Good day, taxpayers! Let's talk about BIR Form 1701A, or also known as Annual Income Tax Return for individuals earning income purely from business or profession.
What is BIR Form 1701A?
It is an annual income tax return for individual engaged in purely business or profession, including freelancing or self-employed. It is generally used by taxpayers registered in the BIR as sole proprietor, self-employed, freelancer, or professional.
Who are required to file this form?
This form needs to be filed in triplicate copies by individuals earning income purely from trade, business, or profession to wit. Number 1. A resident citizen within and outside the Philippines. 2. A resident alien, non-resident citizen, or non-resident alien within the Philippines. 3. Those subject to graduated income tax rates and availed of the optional standard deduction as method of deduction, regardless of the amount of sales, receipts, and other non-operating income. 4. Those who avail of the 8% flat income tax rate whose sales, receipts, and other non-operating income do not exceed 3 million pesos.
What are the attachments required in filing 1701A?
The attachments required are: first, Certificate of Income Tax Withheld at Source or BIR Form 2307 if applicable. Second, Certificate of Income Payments na subjected to withholding tax or BIR Form 2304 if applicable. Third, duly approved tax debit memo if applicable. And fourth, previously filed return if an amended return is filed.
My annual income is less than 250,000. Do I still have to pay income tax?
Under the train law, those who earn less than 250,000 annually are exempted from paying income tax returns, but you still have to file online.
My annual income is more than 250,000. How much will be my annual income tax due?
The train law gives you two options for filing and computing your taxes using 1701A form. First is 8% income tax rate. 8% income tax on gross sales or gross receipt in excess of 250,000 in lieu of the graduated income tax rate and the percentage tax.
Sample computation. Annual gross sales of 300,000 less sales, returns, allowances, and discounts if there's any. For this example, there is no sales, returns, allowances, and discount. So the net sales or revenue receipt will still be 300,000. Then add other non-operating income if there's any. The sum will be your total taxable income. Then less the allowable reduction from gross sales, receipts, and other non-operating income in the amount of 250,000. So to compute your tax due payable for the year, multiply the difference by 8%. So 50,000 times 8% equals to 4,000. So your tax due for the year is 4,000 pesos.
Second is optional standard deduction. A maximum of 40% of gross sales or receipts shall be allowed as deduction in lieu of the itemized deduction. This type of deduction shall not be allowed for non-resident aliens. An individual who opts to avail of this deduction need not submit the account information return or financial statement.
Computation. Annual gross sales of 300,000 less sales, return, allowances, and discount if there's any. For this example, there is no sales, return, allowances, and discount. So the net sales revenue receipt will still be 300,000. Then, less the allowable deduction. Optional is standard deduction of 40%. Multiply 300,000 to 40% to get 120,000. And the difference will be your net income into the amount of 180,000 pesos. Add your non-operating income if there's any, and the sum will be your taxable income. Then, refer to the tax table for your tax due computation. For this example, the taxpayer has no tax due since the taxable income is below 250,000 but still need to file online.
For the computation of your tax dues, please refer to this tax table.
This return is filed on or before April 15 of each year, covering income for the preceding taxable year. Please take note if the deadline falls on a weekend or holiday, the deadline will be on the next working day.
Where to file and pay your annual income tax 1701A.
The income tax return shall be filed and paid with any authorized agent bank located within the territorial jurisdiction of the Revenue District Office where the taxpayer is required to register, where the taxpayer has his legal residence or place of business in the Philippines. In places where there are no AABs, the return shall be filed with the Revenue Collection Officer in your municipality. You may also pay your income tax dues through electronic payment with these payment channels.
Please like,
Follow
share, and subscribe
to our Facebook page and YouTube account, BIR Revenue District Office 14, Bayombong, Nueva, Vizcaya, for more infos and new updates.
Thank you!